What's going on, YouTube? Thomas L here. It's Sunday. That means it's time for a new box office recap. Now, I kind of didn't do a box office recap last week because, to be honest, it was just going to be the same as was the following week, so it wasn't make sense to talk about the same thing and all. But so anyway, with that being said, here's the movies in this weekend's box office. Coming in at number 5 is the very horrible film Mortal Engines. Oh man, this movie flopped hard. Hear how much Mortal Engines made. Mortal Engines made 7.5 million. Ooh, dang. That's gonna leave a mark. And internationally, the film, did slightly better internationally, bringing it in a total of 34.8 million for a global total of 42.3 million. I just saw the movie today, and I gotta say, this movie is horrible. I mean, other than Hugo Weaving, doing pretty good as the villain, this movie did not work. I mean, it was completely boring. The story was all over the place. Like, I really had no idea what the heck was going on in this. I mean, I used my AMC Stubs card for this thing. I did not hardly even pay much for it. So, but still, it's also produced by Peter Jackson. That's a shame. I mean, Peter Jackson, he's he did not direct it, but he's a legend, and it's a shame that he, ended up producing, a terrible film like this. And it really did not do well. Although it's directed by a new guy. The director's name is Christian Rivers. Yeah, this movie, I mean, it's a shame that it didn't do well because lots of people, worked hard on this. But, yeah. All right. Coming in at number 4 is Ralph Breaks the Internet. Now, this movie was number 1, about 3 weeks in a row. So, it actually went from number 1 spot to number 4 spot. Right now, Ralph Breaks the Internet pulled in 9.6 million domestically and added another 7.9 million internationally for a global total of 285.2 million. Oh man, this movie might actually be higher. This movie might actually made more than the first Wreck-It Ralph, which ended its domestic run with 189.4 million. I mean, it's well deserved. Ralph Breaks the Internet is probably one of my favorite anime movies of the year. It's, fantastic. It's really fun. I simply love this movie. If you guys still haven't seen it, check it out. It's amazing. And fingers crossed, Disney does does a third one. Hopefully, we won't have to wait for 4 or 5 years for it, but we'll see what happens there. Coming in at number 3 is The Grinch. The Grinch now made 11.6 million. The animated feature now sits at 239.29 million domestically, and internationally, the film has brought in 133.4 million for a global total of 372.69 million. Bravo to The Grinch. I mean, it makes sense that it goes to the number 3rd spot. I mean, Christmas is coming up, so, and there's not really a lot of Christmas themed films, out other than End of the Apocalypse, which is not gonna that's not gonna be a film that's gonna target you kids, And the next animated film doesn't really come out till February, and that's the Lego Movie. So kudos to both The Grinch and Ralph Breaks the Internet, All right. Coming in at number 2 is The Mule, which is of course directed by Clint Eastwood and stars Clint Eastwood, and the film brought in 17.2 million. This is actually the highest, the highest opening for a Clint Eastwood film. Although this made more than his last film, which was 17 to Paris. That film actually made. Let me see how much that made. 19, 17. Check this out before I went to it. Yeah, boy, the Mule made more than 5017 to Paris. 5017 to Paris made 57.1 million. That's kind of disappointing because I kind of like that film, but anyway, back to the Mule. I'm actually seeing the Mule on Tuesday. I'm actually looking forward to check this one out. It's nice to see Clint Eastwood back in the acting game too. The trailer was pretty cool, so I haven't seen that and all, but I'm so happy it did well because I'm a fan of Clint Eastwood, and I see him back in business. All right, the number one movie in this weekend's box office goes to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. 3 anime films in the top 5. Wow. Right now, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse opened with 35.4 million domestically, and it set a record for opening weekend for an anime film in December. Well deserved. This movie was just awesome. I simply loved it. Good animation, good voice cast. I'm happy it did well, and of course, the next Spider-Man film we have will be Far From Home, which I can imagine how much that's going to make when it comes out. But like I said, with the Grinch and Route Breaks the Internet, Into the Spider-Verse is pretty much the last anime movie of the year. Like, we're not going to have another anime film come out till the Lego sequel comes out, and that comes out in February. There's not an anime film in January unless you count the Dragon Ball Z movie, but that comes to like fan events and stuff. That's not going to make any box office records, but you know what I mean. But anyway, yeah, I'm really happy to see Into the Spider-Verse doing well, and who knows if he'll stay number one because this week we got Aquaman coming out, Mary Poppins returns, Bumblebee. Oh boy, this is a packed week. So I'm pretty sure Into the Spider-Verse is going to still do well, but Holly, that will be number one this week, But let me leave it to you guys. Are there any surprises in this weekend's box office? Did you see any of the movies, listed in the box office? And, did you guys have a chance to check out any other films, this past week? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Thomas L. signing off.